Hello everyone, I am Piyush Goyal and I welcome you to Voxcel's YouTube channel. In this video, we'll again focus on true, false, not given. So this is another video in this particular series. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So the quest for beauty. So this is the particular paragraph that we're gonna solve in today's reading. So this paragraph is taken from the internet and it is divided into like different questions. So it is a bit easier for some students, or you can say it's sort of a GT practice, but the way we solve these questions you will see is the same. So first we will read the question. People do not get any information about the dangers to their health when they purchase unregulated weight gain pills. When the answer will be true, when they do not have any or do not get any information when they purchase these pills. Okay, so when they purchase these unregulated weight pills, they do not get any information. When the answer will be false, when they are getting all the information they need while purchasing these pills. Okay, and when it will be not given, when we don't know whether they are getting any information or whether they are not getting any information. So let's read this particular paragraph. While skin bleaching is a long-standing cosmetic staple across Sudan, a newer craze is sweeping the nation. Many young women are turning to the prescription pills in order to gain weight and hopefully gain the curvaceous figures they see as the standard of beauty. Away from the regulation. Okay, so this is something about regulation. Trained pharmacists, fattening pills are illegally dispensed by the same small shops which sell topical bleaching creams and other popular beauty fixes. Sold individually in small bags and emptied sweet containers, they are completely devoid of any information about medical risk. So here in the last sentence we have been given, they do not contain any information about the risk they possess. So yes, they do not get any information. This information is true. Moving to the next question. Question number 2. Since a large number of women in Sudan are not willing to reveal that they take pills, the exact number of women using them is not known. So when the answer will be true, because of large number of women not willing to accept that they take pills. Just let me check this. Okay, so because the large number of women are not accepting that they are taking pills, we do not know the exact number of women. So if we don't know the exact number of women because of this particular condition, we will say true. But if they are like admitting about taking pills and we know the number of women, we will say false. Or if we don't know the number of women, exact number of women, because there is some other reason, we will say false. And if we don't know the reason why we don't know the exact number of women, we will say not given. So we'll read the question. It is difficult to estimate how many women in Sudan use these products to gain weight. So this is our location. It is difficult to estimate. But why it is difficult to estimate? Because many are reluctant to admit it, because a lot of women do not want to admit that take this kind of pills or drugs, you can say. So the answer is true. So we don't need to read further, but we will read further. Maybe some other information is there. Pills are handed out in the village like penny sweets, says Imithal Ahmed, a student of the University of Khartoum. I have always been scared to use them because I have seen family members fall ill and close friends become dependent on appetite stimulants. My aunt is on the brink of kidney failure and has blocked arteries from taking too many fattening pills, trying to get a bigger bump. Everyone in the family knows why she is sick, but she won't own up to it. She's had to stop taking pills on doctor's orders. So this is our information, we'll know it's true. Moving to the next two questions, 3 and 4. So we have to find two questions in this particular paragraph. First question, promoting the clinical name of the pills. helps the sellers to focus on weight gaining aspects associated with them. So then the answer will be true when using the clinical name, like, encourages people to buy more. So they are like helping sellers to sell more. Okay, when the answer will be false when using the clinical name do not help the seller or do not give them the intended result, or they are using some other kind of name instead of clinical name to sell more sorry, to sell more of such pills. When it will be not given when we don't know about the relation between the name and the sales. Okay, pills are often rebranded and given catchy street names which allude to their effects. From the neighbor's shock to chicken thighs and my mama suspects. The clinical name of pills are forgotten and replaced by promises of bigger bottom, shapely thighs and a belly that will have your mother concerned that you might be pregnant. So we are forgetting and replacing clinical names with these kind of catchy names. So we are not promoting clinical names. So the answer to this should be false. Moving on to the next question. Those selling the pills are making money on them than other type of pill. So if we are making more money, or sorry, if the sellers are making more money on such pills than other types of pills, we will say the answer is true. But if they are making less money than the other type of pills, we will say false. Or if they are making equal amount of money, we will say false. But if we don't know whether they are making more money by selling these kind of pills than the other type of pills, we will say not given. Tablets range from standard appetite stimulants to allergy medicines containing the steroid hormone cortisone. The side effects of taking cortisone are now a cash cow for pill peddlers. Okay, so they are making money. It is known to slow the metabolism, increase appetite, trigger water retention, and create extra deposits of fat around the abdomen and face. So, if let's see, this is, they are like a cash cow for peddlers, but we don't know anything about the money they make from other. So cash cow in simpler terms means they are making money from that particular thing. But is it more than other types of pills, or is it equivalent to other types of pill, or maybe there's a bigger cash flows from other pill? We don't know anything about that. So because of that, we will say the answer to this should be not given. Clear? Moving forward, the body the body's cortisol production will eventually return to normal once a person stops taking the pills. So when the answer will be true, when this particular thing's production will return to normal once a person stops taking the pill. So when a person is not using the pill, the body is normally producing cortisol levels again. When the answer will be false, when the cortisol level is not normal, it remains low or high, whatever it is. When it will be not given, when we don't know what will happen to the level of cortisol once a person stops taking pills. Using unregulated steroids without supervision can damage the heart, liver, kidneys and thyroid, says Dr. Salah Ibrahim, head of Pharmacist Union in Sudan. He explains that cortisone is a naturally occurring hormone. So we know it's a naturally occurring hormone in our body. Okay. Helping to regulate vital bodily functions. But when a man-made concentrated version enters the body in the form of pills or topical bleaching creams, the brain gives the body a signal to stop production. So when we are using, so the brain gives signal that we do not need to produce, give the signal to body that we do not need to produce this particular thing. If a user suddenly stops taking the substance, the major organs can spiral into dysfunction. Okay, we know when a user stops taking it, the organs will spiral in dysfunction, meaning that the organs will fail, but whether the cortisone level will be same as before, we have no information on that, and for that particular reason we will say not given. Moving to the next question. Intense usage in the month after marriage followed by a sudden withdrawal is resulting in a high death rate for newlywed women. So when the answer will be true, when after the month of month after marriage, let me change this color. Okay, when month after marriage the girls are using it intensely, and then they suddenly withdraw, they suddenly stop using it, it is resulting in the high death rate of newlywed women. This is the main reason why newlywed women are dying, because after marrying for a month they take it intensely or a lot, and then stop using it suddenly. It will be true when after marriage they are doing this, but it will be false when they are not taking for uh, month after marriage. They may be taking for like a longer year than marriage, longer time than marriage, and they have not stopped suddenly, but after like a few they are leaving it like slowly, even then they are dying. So then it will be false or something like that. When it will be not given, when there is no correlation between its sudden withdrawal and death rate of newlywed women. Young women in Sudan are dying from kidney and heart failure caused by sudden steroid withdrawal. Okay, so it is something about sudden withdrawal. Medical professionals say fatalities are especially common among new brides, so newlywed, who traditionally undergo a month of intense beautification prior to their wedding. Okay, they are doing this a month prior to their wedding, not after their wedding. So they are saying after marriage, but they are saying prior marriage, and then abruptly stop using fattening pills and steroidal bleaching creams. Their deaths are put down to sudden organ failure. So they are saying after marriage, but we know they are using for a month before marriage. So obviously the answer will be false. Next question. Sudanese society does not view the abuse of prescription pills as negatively as it does other drugs such as alcohol or cannabis. So when the answer will be true, when prescription pills are not said are not thought of in a bad light or not shown in bad light like the usage of alcohol or cannabis. When it will be false when these are equal, or when it is more negative than these two things, we will say false, and when it will be not given when there is no relation shown between them. Yet these horrifying beauty trends continue to gain traction. Prescription pill abuse is taking off in Sudan's conservative society, partly because it lacks the social stigma and pungent giveaway odor of alcohol and cannabis. Okay, so they are not thought of as bad as like alcohol and cannabis because of this odor that alcohol or cannabis gave, and this is they are not a social stigma. So what the answer should be to this particular question? The answer should be true, because they do not have any obvious signs like odor from your mouth or any pungent smell, so they are not considered bad, or they do not have any social stigma attached to it. University students flock to buy the potent killer tramadol, which is sold for 20 Sudanese pounds, 180 pence per bill per pill. Some of Khartoum roadside tea stallers are even known to drop the painkiller in a cup of tea upon a coded request. So that's why they are not seen in the bad light. Why? Because they do not give any bad smell. Okay, that doesn't make any smell if they are going to kill you, but that's what written in the paragraph. We will say true. Eighth question. Awareness campaigns are becoming common on national television. So if the awareness campaigns are becoming common on national television, we'll say the answer is true. But if they are not becoming common, we'll say not given. Oh, sorry, we'll say false. If they are like very less, not that frequent, we'll say false. And if there is nothing mentioned about becoming common or not, we'll say not given. Awareness campaigns have so far had very little impact. Dr. Ibrahim, head of Pharmacists Union, has made numerous appearances on national television to warn of the dangers of the prescription pill abuse. So, are they becoming common or not? We don't know. So, we know they are not having the intended effect, or they are having very little impact, but are they becoming common or not, we don't know about that, so we can't say true or false to this particular question. Next question 9. The low pay of doctors and pharmacists contributes to the problem of weight pill abuse. So when the answer will be true, when this particular factor, because they are not paid, they are not being paid well enough, they are like prescribing these kind of drugs, so we will say true. When it will be false, when doctors because of low pay are not doing this, somebody else is doing that, okay, or even the high paying doctors are doing that, we'll say false. When it will be not given, when we don't know why they are prescribing this particular pill. So moving forward, at university level, pharmacists are taught vigilance and trained to act in keeping with ethics and pharmaceutical law. But in a country where pharmacists and doctors are paid very little, okay, so here it is written about pay. When they are paid very little, the temptation to sell pills to illegal vendors is overwhelming for some. So because of less pay, they are not able to stay away from this kind of activity. So what we'll do, we'll say the answer to this question is true. Moving forward, this is our last question. Being overweight is a sign of prosperity and power throughout African countries. So being overweight, it is a sign of prosperity and power throughout. So this is a keyword, throughout African countries. Throughout meaning to say not even a single country is untouched from this particular tradition. Okay, so if this is the case, we'll say true. If not all countries view being overweight in this particular fashion, we'll say false. And if we don't know how many countries are there, whether it is all countries or some countries, we say not given. Police may arrest traders and block smuggling routes, but the profits for rogue pharmacists keep growing regardless. Sorry about that. Fattening pills are poured into the black market, deemed to be the lesser evil. Sudan isn't the only African society where being overweight is a symbol of prosperity and power, boosting the marriageability of young women. So we know Sudan is not the only country, meaning to say there are other countries where being overweight is this symbol of prosperity and power. But is it true for all the African countries, like in the African continent, all the countries? We don't know about that. We know Sudan is not the only country. There are some other countries, but are they? Is it include every country in the African continent? On the African continent, we don't know about that. So because of that particular reason, we will say the answer to this is not given. I hope it is clear to you. So this is how you should solve your true false not given. If you still have any doubts, you can watch more videos on our channel. We have uploaded a lot of videos. We have also uploaded videos of Cambridge books and other books, so that you can understand how to solve reading in exams. And if you want our help, I'm gonna leave the link to my website in the description box. You can contact us there. We have helped numerous students achieve band 7 or more in their writing and speaking, 7 in reading or 8 in listening also. That 8,777, we have helped a lot of students to achieve that particular goal. And if you are stuck and not able to achieve your dreams course, you can contact us. We will be more than happy to help you. And this is all for this particular video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.